Hi friends, welcome back. I'm just so amazed at the transformation of this space. I'm slowly bringing the vision that I have in mind to life in this space. Just take a look at what this space used to be like. Overgrown, as you can see, and just no personality, like nothing going on. This was early spring, so the trees just started to leaf out. The grass is like, really, really high. Normally, we just keep this area cut, and that's it. Last season, I used it for storage for my clearance plants, and now I am slowly transforming this space into a tropical cottage garden. So, my Tropicana cottage, I honestly don't know how the end result is going to look. I know what it looked like in my mind, but in reality, I just don't know. So here I was like, you know what? Let's remove some sod today. I have the energy, I have the time, the temperature feels amazing outside, so let's remove some sod. Ugh, it was like one of the worst decisions ever. Removing sod is not the easiest task in the garden. It's very difficult and very hard on the body. Now, I could have rented a sod machine, but that would have put me over my garden budget. And I'm doing my best to stick to my garden budget to see how much I really spend in a season. I don't just want to spend just to spend. So I decided to just do the physical part of this, manual labor. And it is, or should I say, it was intense. So my garden helpers today are Amelia, my firstborn, and the twins, Amira and Elijah. They are very curious and they always want to know what mommy is doing. They always want to help. And I try to let them just do their thing, be kids, but sometimes, let's be honest here, they get in the way. They slow down my progress when I'm trying to do something because it's always mommy this, mommy that, mommy, mommy, mommy. And 90% of the time, they don't want anything, nothing at all. So here we are trying to remove the sod, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm over this. I just cannot do this. And as you can see, I only had a small portion. I could not continue to try to remove this sod physically. So I just like, you know what? Let's just go back to my first original plan. She is my apprentice. You'll be seeing a lot more of her as we go on through the season. She's now 7 and she's been asking, and I've been very hesitant to introduce her to the world, I guess. Just trying to protect my children, but she wants to be more involved and more on camera, and I'm just a little bit shy. So please be respectful in the comments wherever my kids are concerned. I will miss my opportunity to go to heaven to drag you to hell. Thank you. So here I am using some leaf bags back to the original plans, because this right here is a back saver, okay? It just takes a little bit of time to split them open and spread them out. You just make sure you overlap them so that any weeds or grass do not grow in between the crevices. This is amazing. I guess you call this the no dig method, where you just put these down and then you add soil or compost on top with mulch. Then I just come back in with my hose and I give them a good soaking. For one, it was extremely windy this day, and I just wanted to make sure that they did not like blow away. That's why I had the rocks and the bricks and the shovel, anything I could get my hands on, to make sure that they stay in place and laid down intact. Here I am just explaining to Amelia what I was doing because she wants to know step by step. Then we started to bring in the topsoil. Honestly, I lost count how many wheelbarrows of topsoil we brought in, but we extended this bed out by 5 feet. So this bed is about 12 feet deep at this point, and I love that. The back layer with the green giants, they get about 12 feet wide, so 6 feet on each side. So eventually in a few years they're going to touch and give me like a solid green wall. So it's going to take up a lot of space in the back, so I made sure to go big or go home. When you initially, the bigger the better, so I have enough space to really plant my perennials and my shrubs and whatever annuals I can dot in. It took us about 2 hours or so to really bring in all this topsoil. We took so many breaks in between. It was a lot of work. So now I'm just using like a garden rake just to somewhat level out the soil to make sure the new area matches and flow with the old area where the green giants were. So I just wanted to make sure that they're both on the same level, and then it tapers off as you go towards the front of the garden space. In between raking, I stopped so many times. This really works your core muscle, you know, your stomach, your abs area. I'm out of shape. I do a lot of garden work, but I was out of shape. And this is where we left off. It was getting dark and we were both exhausted. I'm just so excited and so happy that we got this far. Next is to add the rocks, add a seated area. I'm going to record the whole process. And then we also have an area towards the right where we would like to finish up as well. So here is where we have two beautiful crepe myrtles. We're going to rake up this area, clean up this area, bring in some soil, and also a really thick mulch just to make sure that this area stays weed free. I don't think I'm going to do a lot of planting in this area, and then that green hemlock eventually will get planted. So this is a view from the front. It looks pretty beautiful. So much more to do, and I will sure to keep you guys updated on everything that is going on. Thank you guys so much for watching.